Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Rogue Trader with me, Bregadon. Let's reassign Argenta to her ship post before I forget again, and then explore this new system. Not explored. A puzzled auger operator reports that an expeditionary shuttle belonging to the Valancius dynasty was detected on the planet's surface. Furthermore, according to its markings, it is assigned to your vessel. The operator also states that the entrance to a system of tunnels was spotted next to the shuttle. Request a full report on the shuttle. In the registry, the expeditionary shuttle number 712 has been designated as irretrievably lost for many years. Information about the circumstances of its disappearance is suspiciously sparse, as if someone deliberately erased it. From the crumbs of information that remain, you gather that it was sent to explore some object on an unknown world on the order of Lord Captain Theodora, and never returned. Explore the tunnels. After disembarking, you notice that the shuttle is buried halfway in sand, and the Von Valancius coat of arms is practically erased from its side. The shuttle has clearly been here for a very long time. Next to the shuttle, you find crates of archaeological equipment, on which one can just barely make out the emblem of the Explorators. Most of these crates are lying next to massive black doors of xenos origin, the entrance to the tunnels. The descent into the depths takes several hours. You make your way through cramped corridors giving way to huge black halls, where a dim emerald glow from no discernible source brings forth the silhouettes of equipment abandoned by the tech priests. The suffocating oppressive silence that accompanies you during the descent is broken only by the echo of your footsteps, deafening and yet so insignificant against the background of the Cyclopean arches. In we go. Xenos Crypt.
I always keep my options open.
All but buried under a thick layer of dust, these crates contain equipment still in prime condition. It is as though, even in the face of death, the tech priests would not dare offend the machine spirits by handling the equipment with anything less than reverence. Well, I've got no problem yoinking it. These sensors are erected by tech priests to ward off malicious Xenos machine spirits. Yeah. Good luck with that against Necrons.
Rush not dawdle.
The way out is blocked, the stairs have collapsed, and there are dead tech priests everywhere. What in the void happened here?
The creature is completely motionless, like a black statue. The dark metal of its body shows no discernible damage.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
Tells me it's going to get back up here in a few minutes.
A job for me.
The bodies of Skitarii, whose flesh and armor have disintegrated in various places. Judging by their wounds, they were shot during a hasty retreat.
Keep your wits about you.
The edges of the platform are twisted and melted. It appears to have been deliberately damaged by a powerful explosive.
Is there money to be made?
It seems as though the dark hollows of its lifeless eyes could flare with the flame of ancient hatred at any moment, but the eye sockets remain empty. For now.
I always have a backup plan.
Judging by the debris, the passage is blocked on purpose.
That was a problem for you.
You're looking at part of a system of pylons used by small Xenos repair machines to move around the crypt.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
The invasion has come to pass as foreseen. The impudent perpetrator, must be destroyed. Rise, ye who have known slumber, and exact your punishment.
I'll make it happen. I refuse.
Indeed. Victory is imminent. It will be done.
Living on the edge. I'd like to, but I can't. You've got a problem, I've got a price. Don't get too cocky.
And so shall you have been judged and found wanting.
Oh, not bad. Gonna put his name to the test.
Let this be the warning to all who oppose us. The Emperor commands. Rejoice in...
I can do that. I hold all the cards.
Let's see to it. I need a foothold. Everyone, step aside.
Hey, good luck reanimating from that. Oh, there's a guy behind us.
And so shall it be done. I will not be... You have been judged and found wanting!
Hey, it's rude to point.
The dynasty will rise again.
I'm not injured. I'm enraged.
Faith without deeds is... I'll do it. Doubt is for the weak. As the Emperor commands, I act. Faith without deeds is worthless. As the Emperor commands, eradicate it. Doubt is for the weak.
Alright, we're getting a slightly better position, and Abelard might be able to get over there. Maybe not.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones.
I forgot there's a ladder here.
I will do my duty.
Reassemblement commencing.
Indeed. That's not the Seneschal's job.
Get me a target.
But of course, Lord Captain.
High momentum.
Who if not me?
Surprised I can see Heinrichs from there. I'm in this situation again where I can't move him.
For the throne's glory. Naturally, your reckoning is due.
We can do that, I guess, but it could have been a lot more efficient.
I'll see to it. It's as good as done. On it.
The last confession of Magus Theseus Delta Praximus. Run. You'll find no grace of the machine god in these faithless halls. Only an unholy hatred that is more ancient than the fading stars of these distant systems. They are asleep, the legions, the innumerable hosts. But their sleep is at its end, for no one's fault but mine. I have disturbed the slumber of an ancient mind driven only by a thirst for extermination. Even death cannot snuff out the cold green flame of its lifeless eyes. I hear the lockstep march of our doom. A silence echoes it, the silence of our assassins, for death has no need of the words. Mercy is unknown to the Nephilimex, his wayward and unholy firstborn. We have blown up the bridges and barricaded the entrance in an effort to contain them, but their marching is ever louder, ever closer, ever more inescapable. As I listen to its resonant echo, I offer my last prayer to the Omnissiah, trusting in his mercy. My transgression is great indeed. In my pride, I neglected the universal laws and attempted to harness the language of the ancient machine spirits that had once served the owners of these vaults. And I succeeded. As an infant comprehends the essence of words through images, so did I comprehend the meaning of certain symbols of his firstborn. And out of those, I composed 2 or 3 forbidden litanies. My false orders sounded just like the voices of those who commanded the essence of this eternal fortress. I stole their knowledge. More than once in my complacency, I uttered the dead words with my lips of flesh, garnishing them with the breath of life. I did so to open the sealed halls and bridge the chasms, so that our scouts could cross them. And by that unforgivable blasphemy, I condemned us all to death. To atone for what I have done, I've composed a crypto lullaby out of the dead words, akin to the one that plunged the Nephimelex into mindless oblivion at the dawn of time. More stolen words. The Xenos altar of machine worship has begun to sing it to the spirits of the machines in the fortress. But I know that before it concludes, the awakened wrath will have reached us. As I prepare for our last stand, I'll leave this confession as a warning to any who may dare walk in our footsteps. This is my final testament. Run.
Your kind has no right to exist.
At your beck and call.
Alright, so those are the stairs we have to go for. I don't know if there's another set or it's just the one. Yeah, just the one to get up there. Not where I clicked.
Don't get too cocky. A moving target lives longer. Me? Never in 1,000 sectors.
Actions will speak louder than words. Let my enemies tremble at the sound of my steps.
That's not the best use of that
Emperor
ability,
commands.
taking out the scarabs, but it could be worse.
Rejoice in service. Step towards our ultimate victory.
Significant.
I will not be deterred. May my wrath be thy undoing!
Well, that was a waste.
Tell me, and it is done.
Rejoice in service.
You will not undo me.
And so shall it be.
Time
tight for now. That's a death mark. He'll run away if I get into melee range, but I can attack him like this. Should have charged first. Well, no, then he would have teleported away. Unless the charge one-shot him.
It will be done. At your beck and call.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone! I'll do it.
Yeah, still behind cover. Not much I could do with that.
Mere pain won't stop me. I'll make it happen.
Let's see to it. The Emperor is on our side. Alas, no.
High momentum. Insignificant.
Be gone.
Yeah, teleport away, buddy.
But of course, I'm done with this one. I'll put my psychic abilities to use. For the throne. I won't object to it.
And again, I can't move him. I don't know why that keeps happening. And he's stuck again. I'm not sure what's causing
More
this.
trouble than it's worth.
I'm gonna need to swap out Olfar for Heinrichs. And sometimes Olfar gets stuck because he can't move through certain obstacles, but at least he can move.
You've got a problem? I've got a prize. Faith without deeds is worthless. As the Emperor commands, I act. Doubt is for the weak.
Reassemblement commencing.
I'll do it. Power resides in the will of the righteous. Faith without deeds is... I'll do it.
That's not enough.
I am the chosen weapon that will crush the heathens.
My place is at the fore. I will do my duty.
They finally got that guy. And then there was one.
None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
As you approach, the black metal of the ancient slab begins to move. Geometric shapes appear on its surface. The three brightest ones are symbols for star, transfiguration, and imprisonment. You decipher the language of the ancient xenos race. Above them is another inscription. Its flickering is feeble as a dead man's breath. My lord, I have spoken this testament to edify my spirit, so that after my reverie's vision comes to pass eternally, I may shed my oblivion of that which I lost when I gained all, and that which I gained when I lost all. I absorb the lifeless images, unheedful of the fleeting moments, for eternity is my worship. I lay my hand and hearken, until my memory is an imperishable tomb wherein the ashes of times past are laid to rest. Now step away from the slab.
I always keep my options open.
Gaze of the Void. Weapons attacks project additional rays, each dealing 30 energy damage to 3 random enemies in a 10-cell radius around the primary target. Sounds pretty good. A cloaking field emitter. When the wearer moves one of their combat tactics areas, the bonuses granted by this area are doubled. There's like 2 possible weapons or pieces of equipment for Jai. Oh, it's a heavy weapon. So maybe not. I wonder if the cloaking field emitter counts when you first place them. We'll give it a shot.
Let us not dawdle. Keep your wits about you. I always have a backup plan. Is there money to be made?
The obsidian smoothness of the enormous slab begins to ripple and roil. A set of mysterious symbols appears on it, as if impressed on its black surface by an invisible finger. The 3 brightest ones are symbols for malefice, pestilence, and unraveling. They shimmer forebodingly, like a martyr gasping for air as life drains from them. An inscription above them reads, My lord who has known eternity, I heed mine guarding words that I spoke at the dawn of the wrathful stars. He who is condemned to torture by imprisonment must languish forever in the labyrinth of many dimensions, lest their plagues befall us. A minute breach in the impossible prison would suffice for the spiteful will, the destructive thought incarnate unperishing flesh to obliterate existence. I lay my hand upon the vessel of the past, and I am revealed the doom that awaits one who breaks the commandments. I forgot what the words on the other side were. Alright, so I think, place your palm on the star symbol. The slab surface wavers and ripples like a bottomless lake. The symbols are washed away and replaced with new ones. The green glow is bright as it is lifeless. My lord, I behold the truth of them, the rapacious reapers who drank stars dark. Blind was their eyes' gaze set upon us. Futile was their engorgement, for they would never be sated. They're referring to the Catan here. That's what the other side is referring to as well. I believe a Catan shard locked away in a Tesseract labyrinth. Bathed in the ferocious rays of a deadly star, prisoners of our own brittle bodies, our race was withering, doomed to hurtle toward imminent and inglorious obliteration. War devoured existence within and without, and unity was a specter of dreams unattainable. Such was the way of things, and we knew naught else till we heard the call of the Reapers of Deathly Stars. That's also referring to the Necrons. Their home world, the sun there was killing them, basically giving them, I think, cancer. And so they set out to the stars, and they discovered the Catan, and gave them bodies, and the Catan then turned them into Necrons. They warred with each other a lot as well, until the Silent King united them, I believe. They made the summons, and we heeded their call, and we crafted at their behest indestructible bodies of living metal, the necrodermis that the Necrons are entombed in. For in their voice we heard a hope of escape from the putrescible nature of existence. Place your palm on the transfiguration symbol. A wave of animated metal sweeps away the symbols. The slab shows you a new set. Their glow cuts through the crypt's darkness, making your eyes sting. My lord, I behold the truth of the rite of biotransference, which is where the Necrontyr, which is what the biological forms of the Necrons were called, got put into the Necron bodies. The renouncement of our decay-bound bodies, the soul-splitting agony that doomed us to an eternity of triumph. Their messenger manifested among the overlords of overlords, bearing the gift of triumphant indestructibility. No fee had been promised, yet a fee was to be paid. There came no refusal, and the gifting was done. Our artisans harnessed their craft to erect biofurnaces, the gates of indestructible permanence. And we entered the crucibles of immutability, and the tyranny of the withering flesh was cast off, and an eternal existence in bodies of living metal commenced. While they gorged their maws with our souls like carrion-eating beasts, for that was their fee. They select overlords preserved their selfhood tenaciously, and fended off the oblivion of their minds and wills. So most Necrons are basically mindless husks, but the heads of dynasties and other powerful Necrons retain their personalities and their memories. But all the ones we've been fighting are basically robots. Place your palm on the imprisonment symbol. See, I thought this was a puzzle. It's just the lore of the Necrons. Your touch sends a symbol scurrying away like crypt beetles, only for new ones to take their place. My lord, I behold the truth of the fate that befell them, fashioned by our touches. Their imprisonment is our liberty. This is the enthroned truth that reigns supreme. Thus delivered from transient life's decay, we came forth as mighty unity. Guided by them, but now sated themselves, we turn our foes to naught. But their tyranny had not made us oblivious to deception. Preparations were made, and armaments were fashioned. And they were shattered, and their fragments were in gold and timeless Tesseract prisons. There was war. Born before death itself, they were strangers to inexistence. Therefore, my lord, I place one of these prisons in your immortal custody. For as long as the Yekmet endures, so too will its impregnable walls. The Yekmet is one of the Necron dynasties. You've come across theories that speak of an ancient xenos race that gained a metallic form, of mighty beings that showed said race the ways of unlife, and of a cruel and bitter conflict that subsequently ended their coexistence. Now you have an eyewitness account of those events. Yeah, so at the end of the War in Heaven, the Necrons rose against the Catan, and shattered most of them. Outright killed one of them, and they learned their lesson about that, because the Catan are tied to reality itself, so when they die, it can really mess things up. And so the one that they killed ended up releasing the Flare virus on the Necrons, which makes them lose their mind. The Flayers, they kill biological creatures and like wear their skin, and it's contagious. You don't want to... Necrons don't want to be around other infected Blade 1 Necrons. Alright, read this already. Read that. Place your palm on the Malefice symbol. One after another, new inscriptions appear on the slab's surface. They dash around maddeningly fast. Missed a syllable there. Overlapping each other. Amid this chaos, only one inscription latches onto your mind, causing it acute pain. My lord, in my measureless eternity, I remember their doom. I revealed the first plague, the Malefice, a wormhole that invades the very essence of thought. Your vision goes dark. Reality cuts through the darkness of eternal sleep like a cold blade. You sense wrongness, and get a clear understanding of the nature of that wrongness. Your engrams have been tampered with and damaged. You try to move, but in vain. You're buried alive in the metal crypt of your own body. Some of your fellows are faced with the same fate. Almost as soon as they emerge from their stasis sarcophagi, they freeze like mangled statues, tilt sideways and collapse, crashing to the floor. Maddened legions march thoughtlessly past them toward a gaping chasm, and tumble obediently into its merciless maw. Forever frozen in a silent scream, feel the haze of approaching madness cloud your mind as it is overrun by rows of distorted emerald green symbols. As soon as their glow becomes unbearable, they go out at once, and you find yourself standing beside the black slab again. Right under your hand, the symbol for Malefice vanishes from the smooth black surface. Lord Captain, are you uninjured? Sound of mind? Why am I even asking? The answer's been obvious for a while now. The Seneschal mutters the last sentence under his breath. Place your palm on the pestilence symbol. As soon as your palm touches the symbol, the slab's metal pulls it in, enveloping it like water. The text is transformed. My lord, I dare not divert my gaze from the guarding words. I'm revealed the second plague, the pestilence. It is not enough merely to behold it. I comprehend it, as my own lifeless shell learns the truth of its doom. The symbols begin to change at a frenzied pace. The light burns your eyes, and the rapid flickering makes you nauseous. You are struck by a splitting headache, like an alien entity squeezing your mind out of shape as if it were soft clay, refashioning it after its own image. You see an image of a void ship, a black crescent shape, its plating veined with green lights. Right before your eyes, its various parts start crumbling and flaking away as though gnawed at by invisible termites. It is being consumed by tech blight. When only a lifeless carcass is left, you feel a searing pain in your hand, as if the pestilence has spread to your flesh and is now consuming it. Bear the pain. You clench your teeth and press your palm harder into the slab. The pain is but an illusion. You overcome it and let the second vision into your mind. A Cyclopean pyramid comes crashing down on the rocky ground. It seems intent on preserving its shape. The tech blight twists it and eats away at it. An enormous hand cuts short the fortress's death throes as it crumples the pyramid into a shapeless lump and tosses it away. The shiny metal giant lifts its little finger and points at a cohort of mechanical warriors. They are turned into puddles of black metal. The giant clenches its fist, and the soldier's remains merge into an enormous tentacle that lashes and sweeps at everything around it. Rays of wrath radiate from the giant's face. The vision of the vengeful deity ends. The pain subsides at once, and the metal releases your hand unscathed. The flickering symbols freeze instantly and slowly begin to fade. The symbol for pestilence is the last to disappear from the slab surface forever. Place your palm on the unraveling symbol. The symbol you touch splits into 3 that are akin to it, similar and yet different from one another. A message materializes in front of you. My lord, the third plague, the unraveling, is beyond comprehension. Therefore I put myself a question bearing clarity. But before myself. I think I said before, I don't remember. Now this guy asked myself, my lord, if my existence were to be reflected in myriad eternities, would they be the same? Your mind is now drowning in a flood of thoughts and memories, ancient, alien, and indomitable. With a titanic effort of will, you hold on to one of the images, invest in the second of borrowed words. Sound. I really wish this was a different color. In the sound of borrowed words, and utter it in a strained voice that is not yours. Eternity cannot be escaped, and therefore cannot conceivably be reflected. My thoughts are sparse, and they are erroneous. I know that the cascade of defects that is my unraveling has already done its work of destruction. Woe is me. Symbols come together again underneath your palm, and then vanish from the slab's animated metal. That's pretty cool. Got a lot of Necron lore there.
I always keep my options open.
Which I guess you'd miss out on if you didn't learn their language. Which realistically, my character wouldn't have learned their language. Well, you can make the argument that my character would. Because Yarick, another commissar, learned the orc language to help better fight them, so it's not outside the realm of possibility for my commissar to do the same. I say Yarick learned the Necron language? I don't remember. Yarick learned the orc language to help better fight orcs. Whatever I said before, that's what I meant to say. Darn, allergies are tearing me apart, so I'm a little fuddled. Alright, I'm gonna call it here. Next time we'll finish exploring the system and proceed to the next. But for now, thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next one.